Hey, I'm Kevin LaLiberty, and I'm a member of the Conduit.
What's your business?
So my business is 602 Enterprises. We're a promotional products and apparel company. I started it when I was a senior in undergrad at the University of Florida in 2021. We have over 2.5 million products. Basically, to put it all in a nutshell, anything that you would like your logo on, we can put it on, whether it's a kayak all the way to a keychain. So that's a little bit about us.
How long have you been a member here?
A little bit over 2 years. I think we joined in May 2 years ago, so May of 2023. Yeah, and we've loved it here.
Tell us about your unique story and any ways that the Conduit has come alongside of you in that journey.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, before we joined the Conduit, my business partner and I were working in our home office, either at his house or at my house. And I'm not saying that we got tired of each other, but we were definitely looking for some sort of entrepreneurial community, right? That was something that we felt like we were missing because none of our friends our age were entrepreneurs either. And we just kind of decided that we needed something that was a community that was kind of similar to us that could help us rise up, basically. I'm a firm believer that the people that you're with, will also define your success in a lot of ways. And so we actually toured 8 to 10 different co-working spaces in Orlando. And the story of how we found Conduit was actually we were driving down Lake Ivanhoe, and there's a office furniture store down the road. And I was like, what, that kind of looks like a co-working space. And so I looked up Ivanhoe co-working spaces, and this came up, and we had an awesome conversation with Kyle and all the other places that we'd been. It really felt like it was insurance agencies and realtors, and I'm not saying that you can't be an entrepreneur in those fields, but it definitely wasn't necessarily the vibe that we were looking for. And talking to Kyle at the Conduit, he really made us feel welcome, made us feel at home within 30 minutes. And after leaving the meeting, we just realized there's nowhere else that we should be. We started out as part-time members in the desk areas, and then after a few months, we ended up being here full-time every day. From there, we got an office a little bit less than a year ago, and we've added some members to our team now. And now, it looks like we're probably going to have to get a bigger one here soon. So we've been through almost all the levels of the Conduit, and we've really loved everything about it here.
Tell me about any connections that you've made while being here that have continued to pour into your journey.
Absolutely. So, one of the coolest things about the Conduit is you never know who you're going to meet here. Just sitting outside, you never know who's going to be sitting at the table with you. You never know who's going to walk past your office and be like, oh, what is that? And so we've really made some great connections with other business owners here that have helped us connect to the greater Orlando area in ways that we couldn't have even imagined a year and a half ago, even when we first started. Our largest client currently is someone that we met in this building. And they do a ton of revenue for us every year, and we're super grateful for that connection, and it never would have been possible if we hadn't just been present in the community here and tried to go out of our way to meet people.
What are you passionate about, work-related or non-work related?
Okay, yeah, that's a great question. We'll start with work-related. So actually, you know what, we'll go personal first because it leads into the work. So for me, I run the sales for our company. And I think that sales can kind of get a little bit of a sleazy reputation. But for me, I really want to come towards sales with a place of kindness and understanding. And so when we first hired our first campus reps, there were a couple 19-year-olds that didn't know anything about sales, but they'd worked with us on their own projects and thought it would be cool to, kind of learn a little bit more about it. And when I sat down with them for the first time, the first thing I told them before I told them anything about sales was, hey, if you want to succeed in this, the things that you have to do is you have to go out of your way to be the kindest person in the room and try and make at least one person's day. And if you can do those things, the rest of it will come naturally. And so for me, I think that things I'm really passionate about is just treating people the way that they should be treated. I think that kindness, it doesn't really feel like we live in a kind world. And I just think that in business, people are always surprised when you just do a little gesture for them and go out of your way to be nice, be kind. And I think that that's been a really big thing for us. So definitely passionate about just going out of our way to make people feel like we're a part of their team, we're a part of their family, has been big. Outside of work, some other things I'm super passionate about. I love having people over and I love cooking. So If you guys are ever looking for a good meal, let me know. You guys can come over. I'll make you whatever you want.
Thanks so much, Kevin.
Awesome. Thank you.